Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Revenant, Alois, Anerdinwarpaint, Dragon Matrix 7, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, Kazorm, Lima, Nathan Welch Jr., Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, as we tie up the last few loose ends before embarking upon the longest and bloodiest battle to date. But first, music. It turns out it doesn't matter what order you put these items into the shrine, it just matters what order you play the notes in. Yeah.
I hear you.
The Song of Elysium rings out against the thunderous rumblings of the approaching storm. It almost fades away to nothing, but then a sweet female voice joins in. It sings the simple notes, then whispers.
I hear your voice, but I don't see you. Where are you? Show yourself. Did she send you?
A hazy female figure appears in the air. Well, that really depends on what she you're talking about.
Desna. If you know that tune, it means the goddess herself brought you to me. In the name of Desna, I see you. How beautiful.
The figure turns to you. A moment later, she shudders, and you hear a muffled sob. I'm sorry, new shrine. Who dis?
Just a prisoner of this cell and of my whole unworthy life. Wait, you're not here, are you? It's just an apparition. I'm awaiting execution in the dungeons below Drezen. If Desna really sent you, if I still deserve some mercy, find me, please, find me.
Okay. Well, that was probably normal. Throwing Axe of Silence. +3 Throwing Axe. On hit, target must pass a low fortitude save or be silenced for 1d4 rounds. Very situational, but also very interesting. Aside from this, I don't think they have any silence effects in the game. I mean, sadly we're not really set up to use it, but dual-wielding throwing axes can be fun. That's probably the route I would have taken Wenduog if we had actually stuck with her. Or Wendu. I think she actually would have gotten on pretty well with Vex, but she was just a bit too murdery for the Raiders' tastes. Also, the whole cannibalism thing. Now, at this point, we just need to do some bookkeeping, get some rest, and then we're ready for the siege on Drezen. Ooh, we have reinforcements available too. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab those. They won't actually get up here fast enough to help with these battles. Not unless we pass multiple days. But I think there is a big time skip right after we finish Drezen. So it's best to get these guys before that. That way we can immediately recruit more reinforcements afterwards. We'll pass on the Hell Knights. No, we need to do our bookkeeping first before we attack that fort. So let's hit the pause button real quick. I'll take care of our off-screen bookkeeping, get some rest, and then we will march on Drezen. We'll be right back. Here comes Count Arende, now intimately familiar with all the delights of life on the march. Well, Count, how are you finding answering nature's call in the bushes? It is all a matter of degree, my scaled friend. I feel quite well disposed towards the bushes, when they are not trying to eat me, that is. There are so many things I could say about that, but I will, gracefully refrain. Alright, we're all set. Let's go do some Crusade and or conquering. Onward, my friends. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me who believes in you. I've only ever watched like 2 episodes of that show, but I do like that line. Okay, the bow first. Otherwise they'll sprint right for our archers. Nice, nice. And let's start whittling the dretches. I was really hoping they'd die, but that's fine. Let's rock block. That was less effective than I was hoping. Okay. Yeah, that is more like it. Thank you. Ow. Archers are out for 2 rounds. Ow. Stop that. Alright, we are good. We could use some healing, but we're good. Nice. Thank goodness for that infirmary. Otherwise, that would have been painful. The last enemy fortress blocking the commander's triumphant army's advance has fallen. The soldiers are more than happy to spend the night beneath the shelter of its fortified walls. The road to Drezen is clear. Lovely. And we've got a trio of optional armies off to the west, which offer daily rewards, so it would be good to lock those down before the time jump. We'll go for the Vrox. The Vrox AoE stun takes priority over the Dretch's Stink Cloud. Speaking of which, rocks are down. Clerics on the Brimmerax. We need to nuke these guys before they start channeling. Oh wait, those are cultist fighters. We're through the worst of it. We should be fine. That last fight started going south because we had like 4 AoE enemies coming down on us at once. This time we just had the Vrox and Dretches. And we're good. Oh well, thought we had higher casualties than that. What first appeared to be a stone enclosure used for demonic sacrifices actually turned out to be a desecrated ancient shrine where Sarkorian druids once offered their prayers many ages past. Soon it will once again become a bastion of peace and spiritual fortitude. Nito Torpedo. I believe energy is primarily used for magic and mythical buildings and units. Hey, and we got a level up. Oh, it's absolutely Fireball. That is going to make things so much easier. In fact, we've still got some spell points. Let's go put this to good use. Behold, the power of the Wizard General. The only real downsides for Fireball are that A, they don't really affect any fire-based units, such as those Brimmerax. Ow. And also, it is a spell point hog. But it is certainly worth it. General's tapped, so now it's just a war of attrition. Cutting it pretty close here. The forces of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth have been destroyed, and now there is no obstacle to sending scouts within the enemy territory. Their reports will make the supply line safe from the sudden attacks. Well, that is fantastic. And it nets us some pretty sizable financing, too. And with that, we are officially tapped, so we'll have to save that last army for later. Time to have fun storming the castle. Point of no return. Your army halts along a hill, and in the distance you see the walls of Drezen. Smoke rises over the city. Winged figures are circling in the sky above it, but they don't look like birds. It's time to discuss strategy. It was once an unassailable fortress. Lucky for us, the demons destroyed a lot of the defenses when they stormed the city, and in 70 years they haven't gotten around to mending them. But this isn't going to be easy. Unfortunately, most of the walls are still standing. Anevia spreads an old city map on the table. The gates are old and rotten now. We can get through them with a ram, but then there'll be street fights. It'll be a hell of a fight in Drezen. Luckily, somewhere in the city there's a sacred banner, the Sword of Valor. Iomede's holy relic wouldn't fall to corruption, like, ever. The demons just kept it as a trophy, a sign of our disgrace. And now it's going to be their downfall. If you find it and raise it again, all the demons in the city will be weakened and lose their ability to teleport. That's when we'll chop them up like blind rats. But don't forget, Staunton Vane is somewhere out there. The same traitor who gave Drezen over to the demons in the first place. He won't part with that banner easily. Regil looks at you without speaking. It seems he has a suggestion. One sec, Regil. So what are the Eagle Watch doing while we're in there? The same as everyone else. Die for nothing. Irabet's eyes shine feverishly in her gaunt face. Who are you lying to? Yourself? Each other? The gods? You all realize that we're going to die. We're leading our people to the slaughter. Our army was almost defeated by a swarm of gargoyles. We won't last 5 minutes in Drezen. Beth, are you nuts? Yeah, it's a dangerous gig. We all knew what we were signing up for. But now that we've got here, you want us to shit our pants and go home? We got to bloody Drezen by some miracle, and we're about to take it back. Kinda late to chicken out, don't you think? It doesn't matter what we do. The lad hanging on the hook next to me didn't want to die. But what could he do to fend off death? What could I do? We're all doomed. But only a few of us are willing to admit it. By this time tomorrow, we'll all be dead. Irabet's voice drifts away, and then seems to carry from a distance. making its way through the sticky veil of fog that fills your mind. The demon that's appeared inside you struggles to be free. A little bit more, and its wave of rage will engulf you. Well, that is not great, but I do take it as some small consolation that we're not seeing immediate rage events. This is a problem, though. We should probably do something about it. None of these really look like Vex. But I guess we'll be supportive. She's our friend. She's clearly been through some stuff. Beth, what are you saying? We tried so hard and got so far, and in the end it didn't even matter? That's right. Yes, by some miracle we took a bite out of the demon forces. Without the power you were granted, we'd have died in the Great Garrison. End of story. But Drezen will be our death. You, Commander, might still have a chance to be saved, but you're leading your people to certain ruin. You pathetic little nothing. You were so proud of your strength, and yet you broke so easily. The demonic rage inside you seethes and searches for an exit. It struggles to get out, exhausting, threatening, and convincing at the same time. You also feel strong enough to keep it under control, if you want to. There you have it, a perfect illustration of why the Crusades have made not an inch of progress in 100 years. A whining upstart commander has been put in charge of a knightly order by an idealistic queen, circumventing all rules of military hierarchy. And now said upstart has crumbled in her first serious trial. Regil chuckles harshly. Absolutely everything in this situation, from the story of Irabeth's rise to the reasons why she's lost her reason and morale, demonstrates how dire matters truly are on our front. These problems can be rectified, of course, but to do that, we will need to drive the black sheep from the herd. No, I don't think we're going to do that. Or beat her up. But at the same time, I don't really see Vex falling back on angel powers either. That's not really him. We've got a pretty good chance on the pep talk, so let's go for that. Yeah, both of these are way too zealous for Vex. And the two below it make him sound way too much like an actual commander, and we don't want that. Look, it has been a long, tough road to get here, but if anything, it's just made us stronger. If anyone should be shitting their pants and running, it's the demons. Oh, good. The dice have betrayed us. Fantastic. I'm sure that's fine. Irabeth stares at you, as if the sense of your words doesn't sink in right away. Then she nods. Yes, Commander. Anevia catches Irabeth's eye and gives her a nod of encouragement. So, what are we going to do, Commander? Well, can we go back and revisit the whole Eagle Watch goes in and dies thing? The Eagle Watch are the most experienced Crusaders in the army. They must set an example for the others. We'll spread them across our other units, so each one has at least a few. Ah, good thinking. That way they can't all die at once. And I will fight in the group that storms the gate. Cool. I'm sure that will go great. Regil, you had a different suggestion, right? My scouts were able to approach the fortress walls, and they learned something unpleasant. The demons have giants who can shoot alchemist fire from catapults, or sometimes something even worse. They're positioned here. Regil draws crosses on the city map. Luckily, as Anevia said, the city's fortifications are in a sorry state. If we come from this side, through the temple ruins, we can sneak up on the giants and finish them off before they inflict any serious damage on our army. It is a highly risky maneuver. If my unit was injured and exhausted, or suffered significant losses, I would consider the risk excessive and never countenance this plan. Fortunately, thanks to the commander's timely aid, The Hell Knights suffered almost no losses during the encounter with the gargoyles. We're ready to perform the maneuver, but we'll need cover in case we run into any special demons, like the Nabasu we all remember. Commander, I would like your party to attack the giants with us. The fighters won't like that. Our lads are hoping the commander will personally lead them into battle, not go off with the Hell Knights. Really? They won't like it? I am getting tired of talking about the outrageous state of discipline in the Crusader army. Shall we see how they like fire raining down on them from the sky? Yeah, I hate to say it, but I've kind of got to side with Regil here. I'm not a big fan of being covered with burning alchemist fire. Besides, the troops have Irabeth. I'm sure that'll go great. Okay, and where will you be in this battle? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Regil. But I'll hook back up with you guys once we're done killing all those giants. So, just try not to die before that. A rational decision. All right, we attack at dawn then. May the good gods help us. Yep, we will take everything we can get from them. Well, I didn't want Vex to seem too much like a competent commander, and I may have overcorrected. But what's done is done. Here we are. Let's get this train wreck started. It's actually kind of incredible because I think almost every option we had there would have rallied Irabeth. So I really threaded the needle on that one. To those who are about to die, etc., etc. So how's this gonna go? I've never seen this. Forgive me, everyone. Forgive me for bringing you here. Commander Tirabade, what happened in the chapel is not your fault. You created our order. You personally selected and trained each of us. We've come this far. Let's show those horned beasts what we're made of. Irabeth, come on, you're bumming us all out. We're dead. Okay, well that's not great, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, let's hit the pause button real quick. I need a drink, like a real drink, and I'm gonna get our buff set up. We'll be right back. Wow. And we're back. We're all buffed up, at least as much as we can be, sans Waljeff. So let us resume this train wreck, already in progress. What's the worst that could happen? Hell Knights, not a step back! We've also got some supply stashes here, just in case we need to rest after the worst does happen. So, that's good. Graveyard Keeper's Helmet. +2 AC versus Undead. Very nice. That's also very situational, and I believe most of our guys already have better uses for their head slots. So we will slap that on Law. Something is written on the tombstone in Kellish. Thanks. Thanks for that, Darren. Very helpful. I appreciate your assistance. Don't mind us, just digging up some graves. Yeah, that looks good. We'll take that. He's probably fine.
I'll cut you wide open.
Nabasu. That's a priority. Oh, and there goes a level. Cool. I'm sure I didn't need that. Well, we already lost a level. Might as well get in there. It's not like he can take more levels, right? He can, by the way. He absolutely can. I'm just going to try to kill him before he can actually do that. Oh, unexpected. I thought I was overextending Ember there, but apparently they weren't interested.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Though to be fair, they did hold us up at that choke point. The Nabasu is going to get one more turn. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Yeah, that's not ideal. Well, we've still got the zoo crew plus Regil, so, you know, sure we can turn this around. Yeah, I'm crunching the numbers. I think we're actually okay, but that was hilarious. Nabasu down.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, right. We've got this one guy taking a nap. Sorry, I'm just a little out of sorts. We're off to an interesting start here, but I'm sure it'll get better.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Top off. Thank you, Darren. Oh, and look at that. Things are already turning around. Free Hell Knight armor. We'll ignore the barracks for now, but we will circle back to that later. Hey guys. Let's approach this slightly more strategically this time, perhaps.
You are today's sacrifice!
Ow. Oh, good.
Go for their hearts!
So clearly Doomsday there is our priority. Hey, okay. Okay. Things are starting to go our way. The Clavicus is still in it, though. Huh. Interesting. Not the decision I would have made, but,
Out of my sight!
You know, I think what's happening here is that with her buffs running, Ember is no longer the lowest AC in the party. I think that's now Darren. So all these enemies are trying to prioritize him with rather spectacular results. Spectacular for us, I mean, not for them. And I am okay with that. Maybe they're headed for land.
You won't survive me.
Well, whatever's going on, it certainly worked out for us. We've got an inner gate here. We're going to ignore that for now. That leads back out towards the main gate. We need to go deeper. Though I do want to do everything if possible, because there's a lot of decent loot and XP here. Okay, we're fighting. Go for the mage. That'll do. Slayer is probably our next priority. Oh, yep, here he comes. Might as well knock this guy down too, before he joins the fray. Hey, not bad. Now the actual Slayer.
It is not an option.
Thank you, Regil.
Kneel before me.
So yeah, I have just been informed. Apparently you're not supposed to get your full attack scheme after moving like that on a mount. But that is the way it works in the current build, so I am going to enjoy it while it lasts. We've got a second mage. Icy Prison on Kaz. But his reflex save was successful, so that's just ongoing cold damage. Tour is over. How much damage is that? Okay, so that's like 7 around? 9? Not an immediate issue.
I will see to your demise.
I'll cut you wide open.
This one's
Oh, 9 damage. Yep, that's gonna add up.
Well,
Unless we do this.
Missed me already.
And we're good. Some halfway decent scrolls in there. Very nice. +1 hand axe. That's just sales fodder. Nothing of note. Oh, I missed something. Right. Cam,
I'll watch
you
your
maybe
back.
want to get slightly closer?
I hope you appreciate this.
Alright, we've secured a foothold in the temple courtyard, and we need to keep going up until we get up to where the giants are positioned, so we can take them out. Once that objective is cleared, then it'll be safe to backtrack and grab all the other optional loot and XP. Technically we are at time, but let's push on a little farther. We'll clear the first room inside the temple. Oh, shadow votaries. I do not like these guys. We are going to hedge our bets. Burn off another haste scroll, just to make sure we take these guys down quick. Oh, shoot, she actually failed the UMD check. You know what? We will just stab them. Hi.
Press the attack. Endure this!
The spirits demand your blood!
One down.
Make every strike count.
Yeah, these guys specialize in high-end illusion magic. Phantasmal Web, Phantasmal Putrefig... Oh, hi there. Mad Kelid. If I unpause, you will immediately spot us, so... Can't help but notice that health bar is not going down.
Precision and grace. You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Retreat is not an option.
Yeah, still no dent in that health bar. There we go. Okay. They had me slightly worried there for a moment. Wow, that guy was a tank. Look at that XP. Oh man, that bumped us up to level 9. I was not expecting to hit that so soon. Armor of Dispersion. +2 hide. When the wearer is critted, the enemy is affected as if by a dispel magic. Intriguing, but I generally like to operate under the assumption I'm not going to be critically hit. Cloak of Blood Scent. +2 Cloak of Resistance. When raging, gain an additional +2 attack bonus against wounded enemies. Which would be pretty solid if we were playing a rage class. Oh. Hi, I think you missed the fight. Nice. Sooty Steel Key. A metal key from the Drezen Temple. It's covered in greasy soot. Gross. Alright, folks. We've got a secret door off to our right. We've got the altar to our left. But we should really take care of this level up before we trigger any more fights or skill checks. So I think this is a good place to call it. Slightly rocky start. Things could be going better, but they could probably also be going a lot worse. So, you know, we'll keep riding it out, see how things go. I am curious to see how certain story events resolve. That said, we will hit the pause button for now. I'll take a look at our level up options, and we will pick up here next time as we take care of those level ups and the siege on Drezen continues. Buckle up, people, because we've got like 4 more episodes of this. Drezen is basically 3 dungeons stacked on top of each other. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon. Links are in the description.
I hear you.